My childhood, it's hard to want to go back there. I remember just a lot of pain and just separation. My father, he left at an early age, due to alcohol and some other things that were just going on, violence in the home, and he just one day he was just gone. So my mother, she's emotionally destroyed at this point and has no way to actually care for us. She's dealing with so much with my father at the time. So she used to give us kisses, before we went to school. And I remember walking up this hill. We'd always go up this hill. And it was at the time, it was probably the brightest part of my day. And I would always remember that, and I always would want the kiss, before I got on the bus. And one day she just stopped doing it. So it was, that was a tragic day. I think I even cried a little on the bus. And I kind of looked out the window just yearning for, it was like, where did that love go? It's gone, and I didn't really feel like it would ever come back. So yeah, I think that there was definitely at that time, there was something that I knew that I was going to cling to in order to protect myself in the future from that ever happening again. What that became was just anger, just outward anger towards the world, anger towards everybody, and constant comparison, like myself with others. I constantly wanted to separate myself, because if I separated myself, I don't have to be close to anybody. I never felt the need to be close to people, because I'd already tried to be close with my parents, and it failed miserably. So I'm just gonna separate myself from everything and just become like numb. Yeah, after high school, I kind of that was where I really took a turn into just the desires of the world that really caught my eye. It was like something shiny, and I was just drawn to it. And the guys that I was running with, they were just as hurt as me. So I felt like maybe this is the crowd that I'm supposed to be in. And, and it was comfortable. But unfortunately, we weren't doing anything positive. I mean, we were basically all criminals. And that ended me up in jail, and I ended up in a holding cell. And that was my breaking point. So my heart at that point was like screaming at me to do something else, do something different. And there was a guy sitting across from me, and it's like life had been stripped away from him. And I was choosing that. I was choosing a stripped version of life. I looked at him, and I saw myself stripped of life. And I couldn't help but to think that I wasn't just physically in that holding cell. That's where I was spiritually. And at the first time I ever really connected like a spiritual world with the literal world that we're in, that was the first time I ever said to myself, like, well, okay, well, maybe spiritually I am in a holding cell. Maybe I'm really putting myself in this place, and outside of this place is freedom. And I can't get there trying to attempt to be these different people that God hasn't created me to be. He created me to be something else. So I felt like this has to be coming from God. He has to be saying, hey, Manny, wake up, and I want to take you in, and I'm gonna give you some new clothes. I'm gonna take care of you. I'm gonna make you into what I want you to be, and it's gonna be great. So I felt like that was kind of like a homecoming, and that was just the beginning, like maybe the approach, the walk up to something that was God, that was open arms and saying, come on back. Yeah, it's definitely that cozy, warm feeling of that embrace. Just similarly to how my mom used to kiss me. Just it's like that feeling came back again. But instead of it being a moment by moment or waiting for it, it's like I can have it. I can have it whenever I just kind of focus on the Father. I know it's there and I can have it anytime. It's like I can get a kiss on that hill anytime I want.